Hi, I'm Michelle Marchand Canseco, and I am doing the series on dealing with difficult people. The character I want to focus on in this particular program is the soap star. I literally died. You never listen. You always do that. You never help in any way, shape, or form. So this is the drama queen, the drama king that you have to deal with that really can make your life very, very difficult. But that's a choice, and that's one of the things I want to look at. So here we're going to give you 5 strategies, and I want to look at 5 different ways that this soap star makes life difficult, and then I want you to look at what you could do differently. Are you ready? I can't believe you had the audacity to talk to me like this. To say that I'm insulted is the understatement of the year. You should be ashamed. I have nothing to say. I would give my right arm if we could resolve this issue. The person who you're dealing with is angry and comes at you with anger. What I want you to do is find out why this person is angry. Listen. And what may be challenging about this is that you don't want to listen for the amount of time that this person can talk and the amount of time that this person can go on and 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 on. Okay, you get the point. Eventually, this person is going to run out of steam. It's not humanly possible for anyone to keep going. He or she will get bored. Letting this person get it all out oftentimes will get them to a place where they'll either feel really stupid about their behavior, or they'll feel really relieved, like, oh, thank you. That feels so much better. I'm so glad you let me get that out. So in either case scenario, you get to a place where you can talk to this person and you can find out what the real issues are and move on and hopefully get to a solution-based scenario where you can figure out what the problems are and solve them. When this person is insulted, and I always enjoy the soap star because the vocabulary gets really interesting. This is ludicrous. I can't believe you had the audacity to talk to me like this. Rather than doing what we talked about with anger, I'm going to go a different route with this one. You want to steer this person in a different direction. So asking, okay, tell me about what wouldn't be insulting in this particular scenario. What you want to do is get this person to go down a different path and look at what the expectations are. As this person is going through this scenario, what he or she may realize is that what happened wasn't really all that insulting, and it might not be possible to say it in any other way. But allow that person to explore this option and go through it. When this person wants you to feel guilty, you've got to focus on the issues and not this person's expectations. So go back into the scenario and see what happened and what logically could be an outcome. This individual loves to get exasperated and express that exasperation. Your best bet with this situation is to understand his or her feelings and empathize. So you feel what that other person is feeling. You can on some level. I'm sure there are certain situations that push your buttons that make you a drama king or a drama queen. And so I want you to reach down and feel those feelings and try to understand where this person is coming from so that you can be as sincere as possible as you express your empathy with this individual. The soap star oftentimes likes to give false flattery.
I would give my right arm if we could resolve this issue.
What you need to do when the person is giving false flattery is focus on the facts, not the feelings. Bring the conversation back around to the expected behavior or the scenario. Logic, facts, figures, without adjectives, without emotion, without discussing feelings. This is your best bet to deal with this particular situation.
Okay, so in dealing with the soap star, if you are anything like me, you have not always been proud of your behavior with this particular individual, and you wish you could do a do-over, like when we were kids. You remember you'd play a game and you'd call a do-over. So we're going to play a game, if you want to call it a game. I'm going to give you 5 different situations, and I want you to pick the right response where you will be proud of your behavior. So we'll look at the person who is angry, the soap star who gets insulted, the soap star who tries to put you on a guilt trip, and then we'll look at the soap star who gets exasperated, and then finally the soap star who tries flattery on you. You will need to pause this video. It's going to go super fast. I've designed it that way to make it as quick as possible so I can get as much information on here. Number your page from 1 to 5, put the correct letter next to the number, and here we go. We will look at those answers at the end. Okay, so you've got the person who's angry, and you want to be proud of your behavior. So think about how you want to deal with this anger and look at A. Again, pause the video because you're never going to be able to read this fast enough. Or is it B? Is that the response you should have to the anger? Or is it C? Now, this is not the most common answer that you give, but the one you'll be proud of yourself. Now we're dealing with a soap star who's insulted. How do you want to handle this? Is it A? Or do you think that perhaps B might be the best way to go with this particular person and situation? Or is it C? Now, let's go to feeling guilty, or the person tries to put you on a guilt trip and you want to respond, not react. Is it A? Will that get you what you want? Or B? Or C? Now, C might be the way you typically go, but is that what you want? Number 4, dealing with the soap star who is exasperated. What's the best way to handle this? A, or do you think you'll get a better reaction from this person or response from this person if you go with B? Or C? And finally, the flattery. Do you want to respond to this flattery with the quote bubble A? Or should it be B? Or do you think C might really get you what you're looking for in working on this relationship? Okay, how did you do? We're going to go over the correct answers now, but you're going to have to pause that slide so that you can record the answers very quickly. And I want to remind you that the entire video was designed so that you would answer the questions correctly. But in learning anything, you're going to have to repeat it. So I gave you some strategies on dealing with anger, on dealing with the soap star who gets insulted, the person who tries the guilt and make you feel guilty, and then the exasperation, because that can sometimes be very emotional and hard to deal with, and then finally that false flattery. And I want you to do something with this information, and this is why I do what I do with these particular videos. I want to hear from you. So tell me, which out of these 5 reactions you get from the soap star, which strategy is going to work for you? Always remain logical, factual, and compassionate. And then finally, use the correct script in the quote bubble and let me know how that works out for you. I want to hear your success story. Thank you so much for watching.